action in this game 3. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about the opening half of basketball he played? I mean, so much riding on this game, and he came out with a sense of urgency to start.
And that's part of his greatness. I mean, in big games, he always performs, lays it out. He loves the games where everybody's watching, and you can see why. This is a big-time performer here.
We've got Hood. Taj Gibson is out there with Paul George. And there's Bismack Biyombo. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And so here is Indiana, trailing by 4. And it's George missing.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
To the paint, there's Freak. And that one is hammered home.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Pacers shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Here's the screen. The shot by George, wide open. And it's George again missing. Freak kicks to Gasol. Butler on the wing. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Out to the right wing. His first shot coming late. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
George dishes to Biyombo. Can't get it to go. And the Bulls going the other way now. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Butler. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And that's now 6 points for Jimmy Butler.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Bank shot, no good.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And that one's good. Freak.
Man, they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Paul George. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Here's Butler. Paul George making his last shot. Here's Freak. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
And so it's Indiana with it. A 12-point game. Over to the left wing. Here's Mobley. The shot no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And stolen by Hood. And Holiday, here we go. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Pacers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. And some changes here for the Pacers. Sanders comes in for George. And it's Payne in for Rodney Hood.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Little passes to Freak. From deep three-point range, Payne grabs the board.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep. That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. Freak, number 1. The Bulls making a switch here. Rose kicks to Freak, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Clark bringing it down hard.
Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Now here's Payne. The pass to Biyombo. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling. That's really the area where they like all of their shots to come from.
Payne dishes to Biyombo. Screened by Sanders. Biyombo kicks to Payne. Lays it up and banks it in. Payne's got his second basket of the night.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
Pacers trail by 7. He feeds it to Sanders. Kicks to Biyombo. Screen by Sanders. 6 on the shot clock. Holiday takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
The kick out to Rose. Right side, Butler. A second chance effort. That's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Now here's Payne, and there's the feed to Biyombo. Chicago grabs the miss. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Butler kicks to Freak from deep. The shot misses.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming onto the court are
And thanks for joining us. Bulls making a switch here. Freaks checked in. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Taking a look at the Bulls. Freak, he's in at small forward. Portis is out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Little in at the point. And here's Payne following the three-pointer by Freak. And George kicks to Gibson. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bulls?
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes. That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them.
Gibson the screen. Here's Hood. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now, here's George. Just 5 on the clock. The high post shot. The offensive rebound.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
There's Freak. Off target from three-point range.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Little passes to Freak. No good on the 3. Pacers trail by 4. 2 minutes. Right side, George. George missing again.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Here's Freak. And again, no good by Chicago. The Pacers have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. They set the pick. Hood dishes to Biyombo. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Now George, following the three-point attempt by Freak. And George with the stuff. And you could feel the crowd react as one.
Yeah, that shot got them out of their seats and off their hands.
And guys, what a blast of energy that just sent through this entire field.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He told them, this is what we've played for all season, guys, right here. We have to summon every ounce of energy and strength and leave it on the floor. We'll see if they have it in them, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And so it's Indiana with it after the Bulls pick up 2. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth. Takes a shot at the elbow. Kept alive by Indiana.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Outside Rose. Butler in the corner. Gasol kicks the Freak. They double him with George.
I tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
Yeah, I'd echo that. I mean, we're witnessing something special here today, Greg.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Now here's Freak, defended by George. From deep three-point range, bullseye!
Pretty looking shot. I mean, when you can hit it from that deep, wow.
I tell you what, Clark, you got to be feeling pretty good to put it up from out there.
Here's Mobley. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. You have to think at this point, up 3-0. It's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books.
You know, this victory all but seals the deal. As strong as they look throughout this game and this series, I'll be shocked if they don't close it out in Game 4.
That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference Semifinals. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we'll head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's not too far away. EJ?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
He was in a groove tonight, Ernie, Kenny. He's getting in that playoff mode already. Perfect timing with the postseason approaching. He had it all going on the whole game.
How about the show Freak was putting on tonight? It was a freak show. That's one of the smartest basketball players I've ever seen. Being able to use either hand and being as skilled as he is poses so many problems out there. But as modest as he is, he's not going to gloat even though he's having a great performance. He's going to just go right back out there, get to work for the next game.
And that'll signal the end of our NBA postseason coverage of Round 2 for tonight. More Round 2 action yet to come. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, everybody.